What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. Hit the join button and become a member. Why? With members, get exclusive content. Hit the bell icon on my channel so that you'll receive a notification every time that I drop a video, and you can go and check the video out. If you have not subscribed to the channel, Go Up Movement, Stay Free People Movement, please do so. Let's get into it. This story takes us once again to the Los Angeles County Jail, where it is replete with violence and danger. Volatile, dangerous people exist and coexist in the Los Angeles County Jail, where it is replete with racism and race riots, as most of you already know. And here in 2010, we're in the dorm in 5600. I've already told you a little bit about 5600. There have been a few riots in there, and the gang banging is prevalent. Fades, one-on-one fades right there in the shower area, right there in the back of the dorm, happens every single day. Black on black. It's unfortunate, but true. Hopefully one day it shall change. But at this time in 2010, this was the norm. And in the dorm with me was the homie Mac from 9-4. Now, I believe that the young homie Mac, certainly young at that time, is now resting in peace. I cannot think, it's not just Mac, it's something else, like, like C-Mac, T-Mac, G-Mac, it's something else. It's Mac something or something Mac. I can't think of the rest of his name, but it's certainly Mac. Light skin with long hair. Very light, yellow, with long hair. Which, by the way, sometimes people try to take advantage of that or have this misperception. I used to be one of them when I was indoctrinated, brainwashed by the system, the government. I too believe that light-skinned individuals were somewhat soft. I now know better. Has not a damn thing to do with skin tone. Very dark-skinned dudes that are scary as hell, and some light-skinned dudes who are very tough. And the homie Mac, well, indeed, he was one of them. One of them guys, but you wouldn't know it looking at him. Again, you would probably want to try him. Even try some other stuff with him if you didn't know any better. But I soon found out he was not the one to play with. And everybody else in the dorm found that out as well. But some people already knew, because by the time I'd even hit the dorm, Mac already had 4 or 5 fights in there. And while I was in the dorm, he continued to fight every opposition that came through the door. Also there was Lil Groove Mac. And he was squabbling every opposition that came through the door there in the dorm. So this is the environment. Cheeseball from Body Hunter was there. The homie Mad Dog, I believe his name was, from Swan was there. And all kind of characters. And there was another dude from Bounty Hunter there, but I cannot think of his name. Skinny, dark skin, with waves. And he was a young dude, about 23 years old or so. And he had a few fights inside of the dorm as well. I liked him. He was strong. He was kind of quiet, but he was representing his hood. And he was representing strongly, but he was not extra'd out. He was mature for his age. And if you didn't bother him, he did not bother you. I can appreciate that in a person. So I took to him there in the dorm. We used to shoot dice every night. Pretty much we'd wait for the lights to go out and we'd shoot. Sometimes we shoot during the day as well while the lights are on. Down in the aisleway, got all these bunks right here and the bunks on either side of you. And we get in between the bunks or right there in the aisle and shoot dice. We would make dice out of bread, the wheat bread. People used to like wet the bread and put something else on it to make the bread real hard, soap or something. mold the bread in a shape of dice, put the writings on them on the dice and let it harden up and shoot dice like that. And shoot dice with the fireballs. We used to get fireballs there in the Los Angeles County Jail and during canteen commissary. You order fireballs, same thing. Shave them down. They're real hard, obviously. They'll break your teeth trying to eat them. Shave them down, take the red off of them to their white or leave the red on them and mark it, and we shoot dice like that. This was an ongoing thing. Fireballs or bread. Sometimes we had real dice in there. Sometimes. But for the most part, or they would be made out of soap. Anything you can name, we would make the dice out of and shoot them. Canteen night, the first couple days of canteen were the most big nights for the dice. Everybody just got their canteen. I believe at that time it was coming on a Thursday. Well, no, that was Wayside. It was coming on Thursday. Here in the county jail, I believe it was coming on Monday. And everybody get their bags of canteen, and we can't wait for the lights to go out. Everybody over there shooting dice. And it'd be a big dice game. Chips, cookies, soups. And the stuff in the county jail is expensive. But sometimes, if there be fallout over the dice game, they're in the dorm. People get upset because they're losing their items. They're down there shooting dice for 3 hours. And when the dice game is over, they're hungry as hell, sweating. Been on their knees for 3 hours shooting. Knuckles all scratched up from picking up these damn hard-ass dice. Shooting for your life. And then when you're done, after 3 hours, you have nothing. Now you're starving and can't eat a soup. You're sweating, broken, disgusting. And want to take it out on someone. This happens all the time. Here, Mac and the boy from Bonnie Hunter, they got along just fine. They were both two strong riders, two strong individuals. They liked one another. But again, the dice game oftentimes changes the dynamics of things. And the dorm itself is just a violent environment. Violence leads to more violence. Since it's a violent environment, people are quick to be violent, knowing that this is an environment in which they reside. One night, it was on a canteen night. And so the dice game is very big and it's very loud and everybody's trying to get involved. Everybody wants something. Everybody trying to stack up. Everybody trying to hit somebody on the dice and supplement their canteen. And there's a bunch of thugged out gangbangers in here shooting dice, prone to violence, all of them. Well, that's oftentimes a combustible situation. Anything can ignite it. And one night, we're sitting there shooting dice, and everything is going just fine. But Mac, who shot dice often, he begins to lose the lion's share of his canteen. He's not happy about this. And so, he's asking people for a bet. Man, bet to 6-8. Bet to 6-8. And they're betting him, and he's steady falling off. And then this one time, he asked for a bet. And a dude from Bonnie Hunter has his fade. And he said, no bet, no bet. So Mac is getting mad. He like, man, I just sat here and lost all my stuff. I lost all my money. And I lost it because I'm betting. Now you took all my money. Now you don't want to be like, I ain't took all your money. All these other dudes been taking your money, bro. They been betting you. I ain't been betting you, man. Nah, no bet. So Mac like, man, you got me fucked up. Mac is hot. He lost his stuff in the dice game. He got a few items sitting over there lonely in the bag. Hoping for a little company. He wants to add to his stash. So he's not happy. he like, bro, you know. So he fell off. Mac fell off the dice, and he's shaking his head when he fell off the dice. Like, when I get the dice back, bro, you know what I'm saying? Next motherfucker that don't give me a bet, I'm gonna fuck around, take off on the motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, right? So somebody started snickering in the background, and then dude from Bounty Hunter, he's not a coward. He said, man, he knows that Mac is talking to him, or at least that's how he took it. Because he was the one that just denied the fade, just denied the bet. So he like, man, you ain't talking to me, and you ain't gonna take off on me. I know that. That dude from Bounty Hunter, he's skinny. Mac got a little size on him, but not nothing to write home about. And again, some people may look at him and think he's some type of joke because of his appearance, the way he naturally looks. But again, you can never judge a book by its cover or underestimate anyone. That would be a mistake. Now, I don't know that that's what Bounty Hunter did. I don't think so. They knew one another. And he knew that Mac was not a coward, that he had been in the dorm squabbling down everyone and anyone. He was not that tall, but he was fast with his hands. And more importantly, he had the heart of a lion. That's what's important when walking into these battles. So everybody continues to shoot dice. And I'm sitting over there and I'm looking at the homies and I'm saying, oh man, here we go. It's about to be some shit. And I'm looking at the Damus and I'm telling them, man, everything is good. They looking at me like, man, you know, like, man, Mac tripping, man. Can you get him? You know, basically like, so I tell Mac, man, just chill out, bro. I got bags at canteen, bro. The homie straight. He gonna be straight regardless. I give him 2 bags full of canteen when his dice game is over. He know this. He ain't got nothing to worry about. But that's not the point. He wants his stuff back. He down here losing. He's in the midst of it. His emotions are high. You know, he feels like now these dudes are playing him, like they've conned him. Like, you gonna make these bets with me to take my money and then not give me any action back. It's the same thing that goes on in every dice game, in every catacomb, grotto, and ghetto in America. I've been involved in many of them on the street, in different people's hoods. And when someone starts losing their money, you know, they look to blame someone, blame this, blame that. They want to run back. They want to demand that you make this bet and make that bet. And if you don't, they're upset. Many unalivings have happened during dice games on the street. I know personally of many situations like this. I've personally seen a plethora of violence during dice games. So I know how it gets when those emotions are involved, compounded by the fact that you're losing your money. But everybody continues to shoot dice, and everybody's just shaking it off. And Mac, he's just over there. He ain't making no bets. He ain't fading nobody. He waiting for the dice to come back to him, like the dice going around in a circle at this time. So I'm just over there like, oh man. Because I've already come to find out that Mac has a short temper and that he has always acted on anything he's ever said. Anything that's come out of his mouth, he backs it up. So when he says, when I get the dice back, if you turn down a bet from me, I'm getting off on you, I know that this is what the hell he means. It's about to go up. He got the dice back, and immediately he come out with a point. And he looked right at the dude from Bounty Hunter, and he said, man, bet whatever his point was. Bet the point. He looked straight at him. He asked nobody else for a bet. Because Bounty Hunter's the one that had already said, man, you ain't talking to me. You ain't going to do nothing to me. So, you know, Mac can't back down now. As far as he's concerned, you know, that his manhood has been challenged. You know how this is. When you feel like your manhood has been challenged in front of everyone, I don't. Well, maybe he didn't feel like that, but he felt something along those lines because he is the one that said he initiated it by saying, you give me a bet next time I get the dice, I'm gonna take off. So Bounty Hunter just responding should not have offended his manhood, but it still may have. But I already know that Bounty Hunter, not being a coward, he's not about to take the bet. He's not about to make the bet. He didn't make a bet the last time he had the dice. He said no bet. And now he just told him, you ain't going to do nothing to me. I ain't got to bet you. So what are you going to say now? Bet? After Mac look right here, everybody right here looking, everybody know what's going on. Mac is basically challenging him, saying, man, bet. Knowing he finna say no, he pretty much has no choice. If he bets him, he basically done marked out. He like a coward. You done made the bet, bro. So, not to anyone's surprise, he said, no bet. He looked right at Mac, and he had like some chips or something in his hand, that he was down there gambling with. You just throw your items down there on the ground, straight item, chip against chip, soup against soup, cookies against cookies. Just, you got your bag right there, you just going in your bag, throwing items down there. Bet this. Man, bet, what you got there? Bet. So he down there, he got his bag in his hand, and he jump up, because he down there, almost on his knees as they both down there shooting dice. So he jump up and say, no bet. He hurried but jumped up before he said it, though. Like, what you smart? When he said it, Mac jumped up right along with him. And to no one's surprise, he took off on him. They going at it. They all up against the bunk. They swinging on each other. I said, man, God damn, right? So I'm letting them go. And then one of the homies acted like he was about to come over there and get involved, just like naturally. Although Mac wasn't losing the fight. I grabbed him, put him, told him they finna squabble his head up, bro. We ain't doing no pack outs. So they was squabbling. Now when they finished, Bounty Hunter had a little ooh-wee. He had a little something on his eye. They had wrapped up a little shirt and gave it to him. And he had it like this. He like, man, we gotta squabble again. And immediately he said this to Mac, we gotta squabble again. So his homies like, man, hold up. Gather yourself first, bro. Go sit down somewhere or whatever. He like, nah, man, hell no, man. We squabble again. He was strong. He was a strong dude. Now he took off his shirt. He put the little thing, shirt down from his eye. And you can see it closing up a little bit, but Mac was like, man, on Hoover, squabble up again. On Hoover, squabble up. He like, yeah, on Bounty Hunter, squabble up. And they locked up again right then and there immediately. Bounty Hunter had heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Mac, so did Mac. They squabbled up again. They going at it. Boom, 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 boom. And Mac, I can see, he is aiming for his eye. He trying to hit him right in the eye that he pretty much, bam, he trying to hit him right in the eye. The Bloods pretty much saw what was going on there. Mac was trying to hit him right in the eye and injure him some. Just a part of the fight, trying to get the advantage. Then they pretty much broke up the fight, and I went over there and grabbed Mac, told him, that's it, bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. And everybody sat down for a minute. Or, the people that were involved. And I hollered at Mac like, bro, you straight? He like, yeah, I'm straight, man. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? He's straight. He wanted to run it back or whatever. He's straight, I'm straight. Whatever. We can get it in again. We can get back to the dice game. So then Bounty Hunter's like, man, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Get back to the dice game. And we all started back shooting dice, bro. Like nothing had ever happened. And that's how I go on the street sometime too. I done been in those situations. You'll get to the dice game, you'll squabble up with your homie for whatever reason, with your homie, over the dice game. And then get right back to shooting dice like nothing ever happened. Like, man, this shit is crazy. But that's how the Los Angeles County Jail is and was. Replete with violence. And since the violence is always there, then everyone is always on the threshold of violence. Always feeling like violence is the only solution, because this is what we are surrounded by. It has to be a better way. We have to find that better way. That's what happened there in the Los Angeles County Jail. Hoover versus Bonnie Hanna. It was a one-on-one. It was a head-up squabble. They squabbled up twice over this damn dice game. Something similar happened with the other homie from 9-4, the homie Craze from 9-4. Also light-skinned, long hair. He also ain't all there, though. Over a dice game in a dorm in Glen Helen. I'm going to bring y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Got into it at San Bernardino, dude. That shit was crazy. In the meantime, stay free, people.